Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of Popping Off. I am your host, Pd PopOff. How's everybody doing, huh? We doing good, doing great, doing grand? Awesome, stellar, good. So yeah, I don't really got anything to really pop off about. Let's see. It's been a pretty cool week or so. Been a pretty cool week. The work's been good. Running these goddamn routes. I got the new Meta AI glasses. They're pretty sweet. Um, and here's what I've noticed: people know that they're the Meta AI glasses, and I got a little blocker on the LED. So the people that are aware, right? They see the blocker on, so they don't know if I'm recording or not. And the most interesting thing has revealed itself. My encounters with people have been going better. Now, I don't know if it's because I'm becoming more of a healed person. I don't know if it's because I'm becoming more tolerant and tamed. I couldn't tell you. But it is an interesting theory of mine that these people that I encounter on a daily basis out here in the real life, not in the digital world like the rest of you fucking nerds, but I mean out here in real life, like where the grass is. I encounter them and they are they're more well behaved, right? Like I'm pretty decent person to say the least. Like, and I'm not tooting my own horn. Like I'm a piece of shit. Don't get it twisted. Like I am a piece of shit. I have my moments, right? For for the for a large portion of it, I'm pretty decent, man. But like I said, I have my moments. But for the lion's share of my interactions with people throughout the course of the day, I'm courteous, I'm diplomatic, I'm polite, I have manners, I behave well, right? Like I know how to read social cues sometimes. I yes ma'am, no ma'am, yes sir, no sir, thank you, no thank you, right? Like I hold doors. I try to smile at people if they lock eyes with me, I try to smile at them. Um yeah. And what I've noticed is when I just have regular spectacles on, when I got regular specs on, man, people are shit. And I'm sure that some of you guys that are listening have encountered that as well. Like people are just shit, especially these and this is very specific to me, especially customers, right? Like when I have an interaction with customers, they're shit. They're absolute shit. Not all of them, not all of them, but I'd say like 60-40, maybe 70-30, right? Like, and I'm talking about the weak side, like 40-30, they're shit. 60 to 70%, like they're either cool or they're non-existent or they're neutral. And what I've noticed is with these glasses, and I don't like, hey, I can't call it. I can only just make a hypothesis. As I think the glasses are holding people accountable because if they're not holding me accountable, I'm gonna do what the fuck I'm gonna do regardless. Because I'll just go in and edit that video that I take on the Meta glasses and make myself look good. I don't give a shit. But when people think that they're being recorded with their interactions, they're behaving themselves. Huh. It's like it's like they've lost that moral compass, right? Like it seems like today as a society, people by and large have lost that moral compass, that all-seeing eye of their conscience, and no longer know how to behave or be accountable. It's like they have no conscience. And what I've noticed with these meta glasses is it's that all-seeing eye. Like they're behaving themselves. They have manners. And you know, I say, the all-seeing eye, blah blah blah, the conscience, like dipping into that like spiritual realm. And I say that stuff because when I was a kid, man, like I'm talking like little kid, I was always told that God's always watching. God's always watching. God's always watching. Even in private, God's always watching. Even when nobody's looking, God's always watching. And as I've grown up, I've and this is just me, right? I can't speak for anybody else. And what you believe, that is none of my business. What I believe is, yeah, like my conscience is always watching, right? Like I know the difference between good and bad. I know what's morally acceptable and what's not. I know that when I compromise my morals, I feel like shit, right? Because I do hold myself to a certain standard. I hold myself to a certain degree of integrity, to a certain degree of dignity, of being a man, of setting an example for my children, for my community. So, you know, when I heard it as a child, God's always watching, even in private, somebody's always watching. There's always an eye watching, the all seeing eye, blah, 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 blah. I have now come that to mean like my internal all seeing eye, right? Like my conscience. With or without the meta glasses, I'm going to do what I'm going to do, be it good or bad. And it's just that simple. And, if it goes against my moral compass, my moral code, my ethics, I'm probably gonna feel like shit about it. I mean, that's just how it works for me. I'm gonna feel like a piece of shit, and then I'm gonna have to admit that I did wrong, and then I'm gonna have to pay for it, just to balance the scales of justice, right? You call it karma, call it whatever you want. I don't really care, but just to get back into harmony, right? Get back into the swing, get back into the middle, right? Get a little balance, so to speak. And I think, and these are all just theories. None of this is really rooted in any factual data. This is all, anecdotal from my experiences. Is when I see people and I interact with them and they notice I got the meta glasses on, they fucking behave, dude. It's beautiful. It's genuinely beautiful. Like these meta glasses could have literally been a godsend. And then, on the flip side is if they don't behave, I got great content. I got great content. And that's just how we're rolling with it, dude. Right? If I'm being honest, like 9 times out of 10, I'm not recording. I got the LED blocker on, right? So you can't tell if I'm recording or not. But 9 times out of 10, I'm not. I'm not. I don't think everything needs to be documented. I don't think everything needs to be recorded, right? I think there is a certain degree of genuineness and authenticity that comes from being anonymous and having an anonymous conversation, having a secret conversation, something in private, right? And I don't want to be that guy where even my friends and family don't want to have a good conversation or a real meaningful deep conversation with me because, oh fuck, the eye in the sky, the all-seeing eye is recording. Like I don't want to be that guy, you know. But don't you for 1 second get it twisted, dude. If you fuck around and you're not behaving yourself, you're getting recorded. That's that simple. I've always said since I was like 15 that I need a reality show. And like whether or not those were delusions of grandeur, other people happen to agree with me because of the fantastical stories that I would tell. But here's the thing is they weren't fucking lies. They weren't fantastical stories. These are the real true life encounters that I have. Now, do I when I tell these stories, do I, maybe exaggerate a little bit? Maybe. Do I speak in hyperbole a little bit? Yeah, probably. That's all right. I'm a good storyteller. Like I like telling stories, man. You know, but they're all rooted in some form of reality. There might be I don't really take anything out. I just might over exaggerate a little bit. I might overemphasize a little bit. That's all right though. I get you engaged. You know what I mean? But now, dude, I got the metas to corroborate the bullshit that I'm telling you. So yeah, dude. Yeah. Another cool thing that happened is not only are like customers and people being cool, is I got the privilege and the honor of taking my son to a local MMA, professional MMA promotion called Fight for It. Um, they got streaming access on Hulu, Android, iOS. They got an app, Roku, Apple TV, and they hold like events and pay per views, streaming. It was really cool, man. It was really cool. Um, they had 37 fights, man. 37 fights. The first half of the card was kickboxing. The last half of the card was MMA. And follow me on this. The last half of the kickboxing side of the card was all professional kickboxing. The last half of the MMA side of the card was all professional MMA. Right? There was some UFC fighters in the house. Brian Battle was there. Um, it was a good event, dude. And me and my son had an absolute ball. It was awesome. The lights went out. Oh, here's the thing, right? The announcers and like they had been not announcers, but the security detail and whatnot had been telling people all night over the microphone, if you're gonna take pictures, you're gonna take video, that's fine. Turn off your flash. And it got to the point where they were calling out people section by section, like, hey, you in section 203, yeah, you turn off your flash. It was funny. It became comical. And then like they would kick you out, like turn off your goddamn flash. But then the lights went out. There was issue. And it wasn't the promotion's fault. This was purely the venue's fault. Something or the other happened at the venue and all the lights went out right during the match as this guy's getting ground and pound. So the ref stops. Now, mind you, me and my son, we're front row. We see it all happening. Dude, everybody in that arena turned on their flash, turned on their flashlight, and that whole fucking arena lit up, dude. Like, it was just cool to see. Like, all the flashlights on, all the screens on. Like, you could see everything. And then chaos broke out. Let them fight. Let them fight. Like, dude, the whole arena went bat shit crazy. Like, it was electric, man. No pun intended. It was fucking electric. And as a promotion, they have sold me. As a promotion, they have 100% sold me. I put up some clips on my YouTube. I put up some clips on my Tik Tok, on my Instagram. And it was just a good event. Like me and my son, we got to hang out. We got to enjoy it together, some father-son bonding. We got to meet some of the fighters. I captured a nasty head kick knockout. I believe his name is Brandon Worthington, a.k.a. Stretch. Tall, lanky motherfucker, dude. He came in underweight, too. Like, it was a cool story, man. He came in really underweight. Probably, if I'm being honest, probably like 2 weight classes underweight for this heavyweight fight, dude. I'd say he was more middleweight, maybe light heavyweight. And he went up against this fucking tank, dude. Absolute tank. And he got caught with a few. And he was annoying me as a fan because he's so tall and such long reach. He was fighting on the inside. He wasn't using his reach the way that if I was his coach, he wasn't using it the way that I would have liked him to have. But as the rounds went on, I saw the plan. He was getting on the inside, so this fucking big tank of a motherfucking guy would throw those punches, and he would just weather the storm, right? By round 3, the champion was fucking gassed. Like, bro, he wasn't even keeping his hands up. And then me and my son, like, we love watching fights, dude. Like, we love UFC, we love MMA, we love boxing. Like, doesn't matter if it's a big name promotion or a small name promotion, we love it. And we got nothing but absolute top tier, utmost respect for the fighters. They're modern day gladiators, they're warriors. And we just start screaming at Stretch, throw the fucking head kick, throw the head kick. It was like he heard us. He threw the head kick and folded the dude. And I felt bad for the dude because he was the champ. He was no slouch either, man. Like, look, at the end of the day, if you get in that goddamn octagon or that ring, you're not a slouch. I don't care if you win, lose. I don't care if you get the shit beat out of you. You're not a slouch, dude. You do something that a ton of people can't. You do something that the majority of the population can't do. Like, you're a different breed of animal, dude. I respect it. And, you know, it was a $60 ticket for great seats. The seats were phenomenal. The seats were absolutely phenomenal. $60. And we had a blast. 37 fights. And I'll be so candid with you guys. Out of those 37 fights, there was maybe 7 of them that sucked. And this isn't a shot at the fighters. Like, I'm not talking shit to the fighters or to the promotion, right? Like, some of those fighters, it's like a dance, right? It takes 2 to tango, right? You can be the best dancing partner in the world, but if your partner isn't trying to fucking tango with you, the shit's gonna be sucky, you know. And there was a few like that where one guy just he was about that action, boss, and the other one just couldn't pull the trigger, right? Or maybe you know, whatever. Like, maybe he felt outmatched, maybe it was nerves, whatever. Like, respect, you still got in there, but the fight wasn't great. So I say 7, and that's being generous. If I'm going to be super generous, maybe 10. But that's even being a little bit exaggerative because out of 37 fights, shit, there was about 12 of them that were referee stoppage. There was like another 5 that were like legitimate submissions. There was like 10 KOs or TKOs. And then there was one referee stoppage because the dude broke his wrist and it was just dangling limp. It was fucking gross. There was a few corner call offs. Like, it was some good ass shit, man. So, like, if I'm being honest, like I said, maybe 7, dude. I think that's more realistic. There was like 7 shit fights, you know? And just like any card, you had your absolute bangers, right? Like, you had absolute bangers. Overall, it was a great experience. We're definitely going again. The next one, I think, is June 20th. It's going to be in Charlotte, North Carolina. So we're going to make that trip to go there. It was a great time, man. Other than that, dude, not much to report. Not much to report other than, you know, I got the meta glasses on, the all-seeing fucking eye in the sky, keeping all you fucking assholes out here in check. You're going to behave yourselves. And yeah, I haven't really been paying attention politically, so I got nothing to say about that other than, I know we're bombing Iran. I know we're going to war with that, and people are mad at that. Whatever. I know people are mad at gas prices. Whatever. Get over it. Hey, it ain't going to change, right? It ain't going to change. You just get your ass to work so you can get that gas. Other than that, man, you might not like what you heard, but you probably needed to hear it. Make sure you follow, like, subscribe. I'm on all fucking socials and all that bullshit. I'm on the TikTok. I'm on the Mark Zuckerbooks. I'm on the Instagram. Yeah, we're out here. We're out here, man. So make sure you follow. Much love. Be good. Be well.